Hi, I'm Udo and I'm with Modern Engineering. This is Dean, he's with Industrial Auto Loop. Today we're going to do a video on Babbitt pads. Just some of the things that we find that are important with Babbitt pads, and especially in regards to lubrication as well. So Dean, one of the things that we've been finding in the sawmill industry is that people have their Babbitt pads on their saw guides and they're either too shallow or too deep. So explain to us what happens when they're too shallow or they're too deep.
Well, the system that we have uses water and oil only with no air, and we found that by maintaining a full pocket of water up against the saw, we can extract a lot more heat more effectively. And if you're running too shallow of a pocket, you don't have the volume that you need to extract the heat. If it's too deep, you can't keep it filled, and then you're only going to be, removing heat from a smaller area.
Right.
So it becomes very critical.
I mean, one of the things that I've heard a lot about in the sawmill is as soon as the saws begin to heat up, they increase the amount of lubrication. Is that correct?
Well, the knee-jerk reaction is to throw more water at it.
Right.
And water will mask all kinds of issues. You have to realize that a saw guide system is mixing water and oil and giving you information back. But where you get the performance out of the system is actually not in the system. It's in your guides, in your pocket depth, in the accuracy, the alignment. All these other things come into play.
Correct. And the thing is that what is also the clearance between the saw and the Babbitt pad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the industry standard is 1.5 thou, and I've seen manuals from OEMs that recommend 5 thousandths. I really truly think they should probably burn those manuals and start all over again, right?
Well, it's really interesting because one of our systems we put in, they were having issues with it, and they actually went in with feeler gauges and they measured the clearance between the guides and the saws, and it ranged from 5 to 28 thou.
28 thou.
28 thou. And then
So
they couldn't figure out why they couldn't keep water in.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the thing is too is that the accuracy of the clearance between the saw blade and the Babbitt pad is really crucial, and it really depends on the accuracy of the saw. I mean, and the accuracy of the saw guide, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if your saws aren't accurate or your saw guides aren't accurate, you're going to have some problems. I mean, I've seen. I mean, to maintain 1.5 thou clearance, if you've got a saw guide that's plus or minus 0.5 thou, you're going to get a thou of variation.
Well, and not only that, front to back, if your accuracy isn't there, you can then start rubbing your heel or the toe,
Right.
at the eye or the rim, and doing all kinds of really nasty things.
Perfect. If you need any more information, go to the links below, and we'd be happy to answer your questions.
Thanks.
Thanks.